Hello my fellow degenerates, CookBoss88 here, and yesterday, I asked you guys to DM me your spiciest furry fantasies so I can, if I have something to say about it, give some commentary on it. Little disclaimer though, the names of the people who have willingly participated in this video will be hidden and censored to protect their identity, and they have been told that fact prior to this recording in order to make them feel more open and comfortable. Now with that out of the way, let's begin. Hashtag Epic Furry Fantasy. I like imagining my friends and family as animals, and the people that I don't like as well. I live in Hyena Clan. I'm best buds with a sloth and 2 cats, and my roommates are a dog, an owl, and a snake. If you mean spicy fantasy, insert intense blinking, then being invited to dinner with a bunch of kobolds and having fun that evening. What a fun imagination you have. As I understand, the kobolds are those little tiny lizards that are associated with Dungeons and Dragons, right? Yeah, I've seen them around before. They're cute as hell. I like this. I sometimes imagine myself being my persona and kissing Agatha from Beastars or Shiro from BNA in the rain on a sidewalk at night. To be honest, I have no idea how this started. Really? You have no idea how this started? Are you sure about that? I mean, dude, the proof is in the pudding. You watched BNA and Beastars, 2 of the biggest influential furry media to date. You have no idea how this happened? I'll tell you how it happened. You started watching Beastars and BNA. So, would being tail-fricked by a scaly while giving them a blowgy-wolgy count? Sorry if that sounded a bit weird. Oh, trust me, my friend. Your weird is considered E621's vanilla. It's not that weird at all. I've seen weirder stuff, don't worry. Oh boy, here comes the floodgates of horny. Basically, I want to get absolutely railed by Revali from Breath of the Wild. He's just too sexy, not gonna lie. Hey man, if being shagged by a bird from a video game is your thing, I won't judge. My spiciest furry fantasy is that my hot werewolf boyfriend would take the dishes from his room to the kitchen. The number of cups he has in there is insane. Okay, now this is an acceptable fantasy. Do you have any idea how rare it is to find someone who looks and cleans after themselves? They're quite scarce. I can't even take care of my own dishes, and I'd have to have someone yell at me for me to do them, you know? So yeah, I like this. This is a very acceptable fantasy. A kind of domestic fantasy, but come on, we live in very domestic times, so why not? So, for the thingy, let me just write it down here. I want to be hypnotized by a big, hunky, hairy, chubby furry, hypnotizing me to follow his every command, making me worship every inch of his body, inhaling his musky scent, especially his pits and feet, licking his entire body, especially his feet and pits. And personally, furniture, like using my face as a chair, using me as his footstool, being his... I can't say those words, etc. Also, putting dirty socks and underwear on my nose, face, and my mouth. Let's not forget stuffing me with his hot, juicy... I can't say it either. Dumping it on my everything, as well as sucking his... I can't say that too. Jesus Christ, dude! How long have you been holding this in? I want to be strapped into a device and be milked non-stop and forced to fill a jar. What kind of device? They didn't specify, so I don't know. What kind of milk? Don't make me answer that. What are they planning with the jar once it's full? Well, that is nobody's business but their own. Truly becoming my feral foxona so I can finally escape the firm grasp that social responsibility has on me. XD. This isn't a fantasy, this is a freaking mood. Is wanting to be a Pokemon one? Cause if so, I want to be an Umbreon since it is my persona. If not, I want Wolf O'Donnell to own me like a pet. Yeah, don't worry. That first one is completely valid, so don't worry. So is the second one. The thing is, the craze with Wolf O'Donnell is kind of lost on me. He is through and through a villain. I have yet to see a redemption arc from him. Why are so many furries attracted to this guy? My furry naughty fantasy is to be spit roasted by RANOK and AMICUS, of course. It was only a matter of time before I saw AMICUS or RANOK being mentioned in this video. It's like taking it's gonna take a great deal of time though. time and space travel. Time and space travel to make this happen. So, yeah. Hey, it's your fantasy, dude. I'm not gonna judge. I would always like to imagine myself being the housewife, regardless of what gender my partner would be. I'd imagine them being any species: tiger, bear, raccoon, hyena, maybe even a chubby little cute boar. Though not a wolf, since there will only be 2 wolves allowed in my heart. I clean the house for them, cook them great meals, and on chilly nights, we'd cuddle on the bed, hugging each other for warmth as we talk about the stupidest things. On clear nights, we'd go out and gaze at the stars, wondering just how far the universe might go. Talk about the possibilities of other life. When they come home, I'd greet them with a smile as I wear a cute little apron and make them chuckle. I'd hug them, kiss them, massage them, all to take away the stress of the day. And as I do, I know I could trust them to wish away a rainy day. Regardless, on rainy days, we'd sit by the window and stare outside as we sip from the hot chocolate I made. Sometimes I'd even imagine them being older and fatter than me, as I could hug them, tell them that I loved every single bit of them. And either as we fall into the night or take turns on some adult fun time, I'd love to stare into their eyes. Maybe we'll live alone together. Maybe even adopt a kid. I'd even imagine me being pregnant. Regardless, once I meet them, I know I'd love them. To the stars and above, to the depths of the sea, till death do us part. Oh, my heart. Oh, this is so... Oh, this isn't a fantasy. This is a freaking visual novel plot. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. This is just heartwarming. Thank you to the person who sent this in. You have made the cold interior of my bathroom a little bit more warmer. To get like a big werewolf girlfriend with some serious honkers, a real set of badonkers, you know? Packing some Doban honkeros, some massive Dahunga Bangaloos, big old Tonghangara cougars, and to get hugged for once. Mainly the second part, to get hugged for hours on end by a giant fluffy werewolf girlfriend. This is like probably the most funniest entry that we have in this video. For the most part, this is actually really sweet and heartwarming. If your biggest kink is being hugged, then you haven't been hugged enough. I wish you a future of many, many hugs. Thank you again for sending this for the video today. Personally, I'm a real sucker for transformation, but I'm really picky in what art I like or what literature I read. For example, no gore, but pain is acceptable, and only latex if I'm feeling frisky. Transformations are like onions, they have layers. To be honest, I think my liking of transformation has gotten a bit out of hand, to the point where IRL, I'll look at myself and think, these are the flesh and bones I'm stuck with for the rest of my life. Laughing till crying emoji. Is this a kink or an existential crisis? I know it is disgusting and you have no right to mention it. My fantasy is just a genuine hug. Again, nothing wrong with wanting to get hugs. That's perfectly okay, dude. That's perfectly okay. I want to hug a fluffy himbo. That's my furry fantasy. Bruh, same. Same. As a reply to your post, I would say Komatetsu. Because number 1, he is a strong bear. Number 2, he's a jerk but he cares. And number 3, he is hot as hell. Okay, to anyone who doesn't know, this is Komatetsu. And I can instantly see why this person likes him so much. He radiates, he exudes himbo energy from the way he moves. And there we have it, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. A huge thank you to the people who have sent in their entries, and a sorry to the ones who didn't make it to the video, but a thank you to you nonetheless. Hey, do you want to be a part of videos like this? Then what I want you to do is go down to the description box and click on the link to my Twitter and follow me there. I post Q&A stuff like this on there and make it into videos like this. That's it for this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.